Today we're taking a look at the latest installment of LEGO's Winter Village collection, the Santa's Visit set here. Looking pretty beautiful on that box art, given set number 10293 with 1,445 pieces. Looks like 4 minifigs in the set, and in the US this one's going to set you back $100, so not too bad for the price per piece, and I think just generally these Winter Village sets tend to be a pretty fair value. But this does have batteries included and something else new on the box art, which I don't think I've ever seen on any other LEGO set before. It's not to say it hasn't been on one, but 1 to 2 players, I mean builders, included in the set. So apparently there's going to be a couple people in here. Maybe that's not what that's for. It actually should be telling you how many people can reasonably build this set at once. So I would assume there are 2 instruction manuals inside, and we'll find that out here in a second. Also, in this video, I'll hopefully be able to help you decide out of the 3 currently available now Winter Village sets for 2021, which one's going to be the best buy for you if you're just looking to get one and you don't have any of the others. Anyway, let's flip this around, take a look at the back of the box where you'll see a bunch of the features as well as the dimensions for this particular build, which I think is pretty big compared to the last 2 that we've had with the Elf Workshop and Gingerbread House, so I like it. I mean, yeah, there's thumb tabs included, but real men use a knife to open their Lego box. It looks like we got a lot of numbered bags, and then yes, it looks like there are 2 instruction manuals. However, one of them is much bigger than the other. So it looks like this first one, you're only going to build a few things. So maybe you give that to a little kid, they can figure it out. And then the bulk of the rest of the build is with this giant manual. The set has 4 minifigs seen here, including Santa Claus, which has dual molded legs. It looks very good. Love this Santa Claus. Might be the best Santa Claus minifigure I own, although I don't own that many. We have the family father, who looks like he's out Christmas caroling with his scarf on, and he just looks like he's having a grand old time. He also does have a second face. The mother I find to be a little bad because of the print quality on her torso. You can see the yellow color of her torso does not come close to matching the yellow color of her brick skin. She also does have a second face though. And then finally, the little kid here in this very nice turquoise teal color. Really love this for her pajamas. She's got pigtails, and then she also has a cookie accessory. And the cool thing about the cookie accessory apparently is that it is the same style cookie that one of the Lego designers' mother makes a bunch of the Lego people every Christmas season. So that was a pretty cool thing for Lego to add into this set. That first instruction manual has you build all of this. You get a Christmas tree, some gifts to put around the Christmas tree, and the fence out front of the house with the mailbox. So obviously the father walking in with the mail there, it makes a lot of sense there. You also have the lamp light out front. Just looks really nice with all the snow. It's not much, and these are things that I tend to lose in my Lego collection, but it's still added value for sure. The cooler thing though is the Christmas tree. It doesn't look that great, and I certainly didn't love it when I first put it together. It's got a bit of a bulky base, but that's for good reason. It's actually just dropped into that base with the light brick here, because you can place the Christmas tree down, and when you push it down, it actually lights up. So we should be able to get a better idea of what we're working with here now. You can see it lights up when you push it down and turns off when it comes back up. A very nice feature, and I do wish it was a switch though instead. I guess the battery would die if you had that, but it is still nice nonetheless. Really love that. I think kids will specifically like just playing with that. I think the building design is exquisite. It is bigger in footprint than a lot of the more recent Winter Village sets, which I think is a great thing. We also have snow completely covering the roof and even on top of the chimney. Very nice with that amount of detail. Starting on the left side though, we have a tree, obviously covered in snow as well, with a birdhouse with snow on its little roof. Just those little details on this one are so cool. The snow also piling up against the house, really like that. We have what to me looks like a snowy dove on the outside. We have more lights out front of the door there, a couple bells just above, and you actually have a window for a little room up there with a candle in it you can barely see. Some nice foliage up there, and then down to the right, more of the same that we've seen throughout the building, including a snowman. I love the little snowman. They're using the BB-8 piece there. If you don't know what piece that is, that's BB-8's a body piece. They use a different head piece for him, but here they use this little white ball on top. Love that. I think that's a great little touch with the snowman. And then of course you're going to transition to the inside of the building. So we'll start with the child's room. There's a panel here that pulls down to give you much easier access to this area. However, if you pull it down too far, it will break off. So just note that. Obviously not too difficult to put back on. She has a Dear Santa wish list on her desk, and she also has a rocket ship. Has a picture above her bed there. We just have her standing looking over the railing, or with her eyes shut, I suppose. There's a kitchen kitchen right below her, which is extremely detailed. Lego has done a really good job with these kitchens lately. We have a mixer, we have a stove oven with a pan on top. The sink is, oh boy, that is a sink. And then we have, I think, a loaf of bread there or something to that effect. Some plants just outside of there. We have the main dining table, which does have a light hanging above it. And above that even is a cake, it looks like. I'm not 100% sure why they hid a cake in the attic. I don't know if that's a movie reference or like a Lego designer reference that I don't know about, but there is a cake up there. We have a couple candles on that main dining table. It's got this very nice red cloth draped down the sides of it. Those Next to Night shield pieces have turned out to be very useful in a lot of ways. I seated the mom at the table, and it actually looks really nice with her there. And then I definitely neglected to mention that the door at the front opens by pushing it in. It's a bit of a tough one from the inside, but if you're on the outside, it's fine. It's not really useful, like with how tight everything is with your hands in here. So like the door at the front's nice to have. Obviously, it's got to be there, but functionally, you're not really going to be using it too much. We have a very nice chair here with some wood logs next to the fire, so you can get that fire going to stay warm during the winter. We got the family portrait, which looks like it's maybe from a few years back. That daughter, the shape of her body with her head, the proportions of that, does that not look very weird to you? It looks very weird to me. Very nice clock detail, and of course the stockings right above that fireplace. There's a couple more of those cookies included in the set with some milk for Santa when he comes down the chimney. That's right, by far the best feature in this set is dropping Santa down the chimney. So you have a couple studs. You could even have him standing up there if that's how you want to display it. But you could actually just drop him in and he will fall right to the bottom and out through the bottom of your fireplace. The fire is usually supposed to be up because it's the fire in your fireplace, but when you drop Santa down the chimney, he knocks the fire down and out. It's pretty cool. How do you pick it up? You can't really pick it up like that because the whole thing will pop off. It's just connected with a Technic pin there, so we'll have to slide that back on. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. You really want to grab it from the inside like this. It gives you the best leverage. Really, two hands is going to be optimal most of the time, but obviously one hand for the camera here. So yeah, this is the way that I've been picking it up. Probably not even the safest way, but I've gotten away with it without it falling out of my hands and breaking, so I'll recommend that to you. Hopefully it doesn't do you wrong. So we have the fan favorite Gingerbread House, we have the Elf House, and then of course Santa's Visit, which is what the bulk of this video has been about. But boy, it's actually a bit of a tougher choice than I had thought when I ended up putting them all next to each other here. But I still really gravitate towards the charm of the Gingerbread House. Some people aren't going to like this, then maybe that's not for you. But boy, oh boy, is the Gingerbread House just one of the coolest non-Lego Star Wars sets I have ever owned. I mean, it's got the feature to light up the fire at the bottom there. Very cool, by pushing in the smokestack on the top of the chimney. And it's just so colorful and fun, and the interior is really nice and has different colors and fun bits and bobs. Oh, that's probably true of both of these sets as well. The Elf Clubhouse, more the same on the inside. I mean, I kind of stacked all the accessories in there. The accessories for this, I think, are just sitting in a bin. But we have a very cool features too, where you can drop waffles, and I think all of these sets have a pretty equal, like, killer cool feature, like Santa dropping down the chimney, the waffles dropping down, then this one's the light, or just like the look of it. But yeah, and then of course Santa's Visit, a very nice looking building, and a building that is at a bit of an angle, which I think is worth something for some people if you want this for like a city layout or something. It does come at a bit of an angle, although imperfect, because it doesn't finish off at 90 degrees. It's like it comes at 80 degrees from its point of origin. It's very odd, but nonetheless, it's at an angle and it looks different and cool for that. But yeah, I would recommend the Gingerbread House over either of these, but really I don't think any of them are particularly bad sets. The Gingerbread House is just too good. I think for a mere $100, this set is well worth its price. It's such a cool Winter Village set. It's not the best one ever, I would say. Maybe some people will disagree. Having Santa up on the chimney for display is dope, and of course the function of having him fall down the chimney is even cooler. We also have so many cool details around the exterior and interior of the building. The Christmas tree is great. You know, there's just so many good things to say about this set. So I would totally recommend it. If you're a Winter Village collector and you collect them all, you obviously got to have this one. It's definitely not a bad one. So for me, this is like a 8 out of 10 Winter Village set. I don't know. I'm just kind of vibing with it. It's just a fun one. So let me know what you think down in the comments section below. If you guys enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.